Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers which might be with us. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes, and all your support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome. Keep them coming. Thank you also to my personal clients, regular and new clients, for continuing to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. And if any of you are interested in a one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before or you've forgotten the information, you can get more details and my contact info by going to my YouTube channel's homepage, clicking on that little About button, and you'll see more information there about what I do and how to contact me. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, including love and romance compatibility, reconciliation, chance spreads, and 6 and 12-month overviews, in addition to regular love and romance readings, career, work, and finance readings as well. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. And for quick answers to the quick, simple questions, you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and all that contact info you can find by clicking on the About button. And it's also attached to all the descriptions, to the description bar of every video that I post. So let's get right into this. These are general readings. Remember that they may resonate differently for everyone who watches, because everybody's different and has unique individual lives. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They can give you additional insight and clarification, and they may play out a little more predictably for you at some times than others, because these are general readings, which means that you're reading for a lot of different people. Timing is always fluid, and the degree and intensity that it resonates may be different. So this reading is for the fire sign of Aries for April 2018. I know my background's changed just a little bit. I'm currently recovering from foot surgery, which I had a couple of weeks ago. So for the next few weeks, I have to keep my leg elevated, so that means I'm doing my readings from my couch or my bed so that I can keep my leg up, which actually gives me a little bit more time, particularly for my personal and new clients as well. Current turnaround time for personal readings is usually pretty fast. Almost always within a 2-week period of time, I can set up a personal reading for you, live or recorded. I do have a little bit of additional downtime for recovering, so I might be able to fit some of you in a little bit quicker than that. Okay, Aries, let's see what's in store for you for April 2018. We begin with the Devil in reverse, followed by the 6 of Cups. We have the Chariot, followed by the 3 of Cups, the Empress, followed by the King of Pentacles, and the Tower, followed by the 9 of Cups. Now that's a combination I like for the Tower. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is, sorry, something just popped out there, the 7 of Pentacles. So Aries, for the beginning of the month readings, I usually pull 2 cards for each week, with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy. And the first card of every week, time being somewhat fluid for some of you, what this represents may be going on a little bit sooner or a little bit later in the month, but it's overall general energy. All of your first cards for each week are major arcana cards. So there's 4 major arcana cards in your spread. So it looks like April may be a pretty significant month for a lot of you. Your overall energy and focus for the month is the 7 of Pentacles, which is a card of reflection and assessment on where you are, what you've built up in your life so far. It's harvest time on this card. And Pentacles is earth energy, and in the tarot it often represents things in our earthly, concrete, day-to-day practical life. It often manifests in areas like money, finance, resources, property, jobs, assets, etc. Things we can see and touch and feel, tangible things, earth energy. So the 7, although it can, of course, translate into other areas of your life as well. Some of you, the focus might be in the work, career, finance, property, job area of your life. Some of you, it could represent in the emotional or relationship areas of your life as well, but the energy remains the same. It's reflection and assessment, harvest time on this card. So she's put in this effort into growing the harvest that is now ready to be picked. She's sowed... Can't talk this morning. She's sowed the seed, planted the seeds, she's taken care of it, it's grown, and the fruit is ripened, and now it's ready to pick. But she's stopping to look at what the harvest, what her efforts have actually gleaned her. Has her initial investment paid off for her? Did she get what she expected to get, or he? Did you get more than you expected? Did you get less than you expected? Is it worth harvesting? Should you continue to grow the same crops? Should you make different changes? It's a card of reflection and assessment in the efforts you have put into some area of your life and making decisions on how to move forward based on that. So that's your overall energy for April 2018. And for some of you, I actually feel like for a lot of you, this is in the tangible, practical, day-to-day aspects of your life, but there is some other relationship energy here too. You know, with general readings are kind of tricky because you're reading for so many people, thousands of followers and subscribers. So for some of you, it's going to resonate in one area, for others in another area, but the energy always remains the same. So it's a month of kind of thinking about the efforts and that you have put into the things which affect the day-to-day tangible areas of your life, and making decisions on how to move forward based on what you feel about what you've gotten out of what you've given so far. Now, at the beginning of the month, or the end of March, I am recording these in the last week of March. So around the end of March, beginning of April, we have the Devil in reverse with the Six of Cups. I am using the Gilded Tarot by artist Cyril Marchetti, which I love. Love the richness of the colors in this deck. So the Devil in reverse, I actually like to see the Devil in reverse. In the upright position, it represents imbalance, and because it's a major arcana card, so significant energies here, God, Spirit, your angels, and guides. In the upright position, the Devil represents imbalance, things, serious imbalance, things being out of whack. This can manifest in things like addiction, conventional addictions like drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, toxic relationships, too much obsessive energy in one area to the detriment and exclusion of others. However, in the reverse position, which you have drawn for April 2018, Aries, there is a balancing out of that. There is the scales, kind of something evening out, a sense of harmony being restored. And the card which clarifies it is the Six of Cups, which is a card primarily associated with past, and it has a lot of emotional energy with it. Cups is water energy. That's the element which governs the suit, and in the tarot, this suit usually manifests in the emotional area of our life, which is about our feelings and also about relationships, all different kinds of relationships in our life. It's a card which is usually associated with the past because it has energy of looking back, nostalgia, reminiscence, childhood, roots of origin, your parents, where you grew up, looking back on a time where things felt where you were more childlike, more carefree. As you can see, the children are on this card. So this is clarifying the Devil in reverse, and for some of you this may be connected to the rest of the month, but I actually feel like this is wrap-up energy for a lot of you. Of something that you've been dealing with, or something which you've been dealing with for quite some time. There's been some sense of imbalance about the past. I'm not exactly sure what. It could be relationships from the past. It could be, you know, healing from relationships with an ex, or with parents, or, you know, a longtime friend. I'm actually going to pull a clarifying card to see if we can get a more definitive look at it. I feel like it's more relationship oriented, and for some of you, you know, harmony or bringing back a sense of wholeness about something, if it's a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean a complete and total reconciliation or coming back together. It can simply mean healthy closure as well. All right, let's see. Your clarifying card is the Two of Cups, which is traditionally considered the soulmate card. This is what I've drawn to clarify the Six of Cups. So it looks like a past relationship of some sort. There's a sense of something coming back into balance, which is out of balance, or harmony from that which was broken, and it has to do with a significant relationship. This can be an important love romance relationship from your past or that you had for a long time, and this healing or this rebalancing could represent a coming back together, or it could represent a healthy closure. This could also represent the same energy with a best friend, a very significant relationship, but doesn't necessarily have to be love and romance as well. So it looks like there is a kind of a reharmonizing, coming back together, the scales kind of balancing out, whether that's actual face-to-face reconciliation, healing, or closure of some kind. And I actually feel like this is from something which has gone on for a while, and I don't feel like it has a lot to do with the rest of the month for most of you Aries. So that's energy around the beginning of March, sorry, the end of March, beginning of April. So moving on for the rest of April, we next have the Chariot and the Three of Cups, a spectacular combination. The rest of your cards for April, Aries, look very positive and forward moving, and it may have some energetic connection to laying the past to rest, which I feel like a lot of you have done, particularly around a certain significant relationship. The Chariot is a card of success that comes from staying focused on your goals. If this were to be resonating for you in the career, work, financial area of your life, this would definitely recommend being very ambitious, driven almost, to achieve your goals, because that's what the woman who's operating this Chariot does. You have to be very definitive about knowing where you're going, operating the Chariot, the wheels of the Chariot, the body of the Chariot, the sphinxes which operate it, being resourceful, pulling everything you need together to work in unison and harmony in order to go powerfully, quickly forward and accomplish your goals. It's a card of success which comes from perseverance, determination, staying focused on your goals, not allowing anything to get in your way, stop you, lose momentum, distract you. Success. It's a very powerful major arcana card. And this is energy around the second week of the month or so. But again, in general readings, because there's so many of you, this could be occurring a little sooner for some of you, a little later for others. The clarifying card for the Chariot is the Three of Cups, which is a great card. More emotional water energy here with cups. And you have more cups than anything else. In terms of elemental energy, you have 4 major arcana cards, so a significant month. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 cup cards, including the clarifying one that we pulled, and a couple of pentacles. So it does look like a more emotional month for a lot of you, but it's really positive. The Three of Cups is a celebratory card. It's sometimes nicknamed the party card, although of course it has deeper significance. But it does have a pretty high social energy. It speaks of being out, enjoying yourself with friends and family, people which really get you though. It's not just a card of going out and partying with strangers or people you don't know very well. It's about really celebrating and having a good time, being out with people that you really have a sense of connection with, you know, really good friends, like that kinship, sisterhood, brotherhood feeling is always what I get when I see the Three of Cups. People coming together who have a really good connection or a long history with each other, celebrating something. It's a card also that represents community, your community around you. So for some of you, I mean, this can resonate in a few different ways. Some of you, you could be around the second week or so, middle of the month, time being fluid, of course. You could be celebrating either the achievement of particular goals or direction you're going in, or just feeling really good and powerful about where you're headed in life, feeling really determined and really successful and ambitious. You could be celebrating that with friends, with community. And for some of you, it could also have the extra connection that your community, that your good friends, that your community, that the people who have kind of been there for you are actually part of what's helped you obtain this success or this feeling of moving forward in a successful way. It's a bright, celebratory, happy kind of woohoo sort of feeling, and I really like that. It could be also, again, connected to this, you know, wrapping up the past, laying something to rest, a reconciliation or a healing or a healthy closure of some kind in regards to the past or a relationship from the past. Some of you, I feel like, because your overall energy is reflection and assessment over where you are, what efforts you've put into things, where you're going to be going from here on out. Some of you, this is going to be more in your work, career, finances, or projects of some kind. For some of you, I'm getting something around your actual home property or a piece of property that you own. Something being out of escrow, or selling or buying a piece of property too is what I'm getting. It could be something that's attached to home, maybe a piece of family property of some kind, or the something to do with an estate, a piece of property in an estate matter finally being settled as well. That's only going to resonate to somebody specific because it's a very specific, clear message for probably just one or a handful of people out there. But it's around the second week or so of April. It's a lovely celebratory energy, and you are definitely not alone in celebrating this. And you know, we're tribal people, animals, and most of what we are able to achieve, we usually do achieve with the help of others, even if it's just the emotional support of other people too. Now next, moving on, we have the energy of the Empress and the King of Pentacles. So the Empress is another major arcana card, lovely, beautiful energy. She is kind of the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot. She can represent self-nurturing. She's all about fertility. Sometimes this can mean actual physical fertility. Some of you may be, you know, finding out that you're pregnant or giving birth or something of that kind. Although it's usually conception. If it's literal fertility, it would mean finding out that you're pregnant. Because the Empress is about fertility, which is about beginnings. And what does fertility really mean? It really means that the time is right to actually sow something, to plant seeds, to begin to grow and manifest something new and something different down the road. So fertility means that the time is right to start something new, to plant just the seeds for it, and then to nurture and take care of them so that it can manifest into their full potential. Typically when the Empress shows up, it's usually a green light to begin new projects, to start the footwork, to plant the seeds, new relationships, new jobs, new projects, moves, new ideas, creative artistic endeavors even, or projects of that sort. Now it's clarified by the King of Pentacles. Now this could represent an earth sign individual for some of you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's showing up as a king, but this is a general reading. It could also be female as well. Kings and queens represent individuals who have reached the mastery of their suit. So as an actual individual, this is earth. Remember, this is tangible, practical energy. So the King of Pentacles would represent somebody who is more mature. They're showing up as a king. Somebody more mature, somebody who's worked really long and hard to get to the place of stability where he's at. He's a king, so he's worked hard to develop that sense of abundance and prosperity and solidity and continuity that he has, or she has. In the financial world, this would be somebody who's probably financially comfortable, if not well off, because they're very good at navigating the day-to-day world of that world, this concrete, practical earth, money, property, resource, parts of our lives. They're typically very generous, very forthright, they're sincere, they may be kind of slow to move and somewhat stubborn, as earth signs sometimes can be. Well, we all can be, right? But very generous and really believes, enjoys the good things, enjoys luxurious or comfortable things, and believes that everyone else ought to have the same opportunity that they did to build up what they've worked so hard to build up. So for some of you, this can represent perhaps fertility, new beginnings with an earth sign individual, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female. Now this could have something to do with the healing of this or reconciliation of a relationship from the past. Some of you, this might be beginning a new business venture or friendship or something with somebody else, building something new in a tangible, practical way. On an energetic level, if it doesn't represent another person in your life, Aries, this could be that you have worked very hard to get to where you're at, this sense of abundance and prosperity that's under you, that you've been kind of thinking about, reflecting, contemplating about over the month of April 2018. And you are now in a position to start something new or to plant new seeds, or you're thinking about where you can go from here in a new way. This could be starting something completely new or taking an already established something into a new direction. This could be a job, a career path, a project, an endeavor of some kind. Some of you, this could also relate to a relationship in and of itself. The nature of that relationship would vary because this is a general reading. Could be love and romance or something else. But there's definitely a sense of continuity and prosperity and safety and solidity to it. And even though there's a lot of emotional energy here and some relationship energy, some of you it's going to resonate flat out. It's just a focus on a relationship. But I do feel like there is a lot in the tangible area of your life. And it could be that you're going through this process with a partner, whether it's a business partner or a friendship partner, or a love and romance partner, something that affects your day-to-day life and perhaps your career or your work or your financial life as well. It looks very good. It looks like once this reharmonizing or this balancing out of this old thing that's been laid to rest, it's like you're just taking that energy, you're moving forward in a very powerful, ambitious, successful, celebratory sort of way. Now, at or towards the end of April 2018, we have a really powerful combination of cards. We have the Tower and the Nine of Cups. I know a lot of people clench up when they see the Tower, often because of the artwork that's displayed on it in a lot of tarot decks. It represents, you can see this man kind of falling out of his tower naked, which implies a certain degree of unexpectedness and vulnerability because this bolt of lightning has struck his brick tower, which he thought was very solid, stable, secure, and it's destroyed it or kind of messed it up quite a bit, and he's falling out. The Tower typically represents a big event which comes in and can be a life-changing event, something which comes in and really shakes you up right to your foundation. It's really a game changer. And it can shake a lot of things up for you, not just external things for you, but belief systems and mindsets and ideas that you previously just had for a long time. This usually represents the breaking up or dissolution of something that's been there for a long time or that's always been a part of you. A lot of people clench up because, you know, often, not always, but often when the Tower shows up, it usually represents, you know, loss of something in an unexpected way, whether it's a relationship or a job or something of that sort. But no card is ever a standalone in the tarot. You have to tune into what you're feeling, what you're channeling, and also look at the clarifying cards around it. So it looks like something extraordinary is going to be happening for a lot of you at or towards the end of April 2018. But the card that clarifies it is the Nine of Cups, a particularly great card. This is the wish fulfillment card. It's sometimes, you know, called the winning the lottery card. It represents getting what you want. The cautionary advice always to getting what you want is be careful what you ask for, because sometimes we get it and then we find out it's not all it's cracked up to be. But it is a card of wish fulfillment, of your cups overflowing with abundance and being so happy that you just want to spill it out and share it with everybody, which is what this man is doing. He obviously has more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink. He has enough to share with everybody. His physical surroundings are comfortable. I mean, it could be a winning the lottery card. If any of you, you know, it could be that some of you maybe at or towards the end of April 2018, you might be, you know, you might be winning a lottery, big or small, or coming into some kind of, the energy is completely unexpected. The fact that it's crowned by the Tower, this is out of your control. This is divine timing and orchestration. This is God's spirit, your angels and guides swooping in, and some potentially life-changing event happening, but it causes your cups to overflow with abundance. It's completely unexpected. And even though, you know, forewarned is forearmed, that's why we do these readings. Even though we've pulled cards, it's still going to be unexpected. So you'll have to update me with what that is. It looks like for most, if not all of you, this is potentially a game changer, a life changer, but in a really, truly lovely, abundant way, because it's clarified by a wish fulfillment card in the upright, and also because all of the cards preceding it, Aries, are about success and ambition and moving forward and celebration and new beginnings and working hard to be where you're at for new opportunities and new growth as well, particularly after stabilizing and harmonizing or getting some kind of reconciliation or closure from something unhealthy from the past. So Aries, that pretty much wraps up your April 2018 general reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed bringing it to you. Please keep me updated on that Tower card, Nine of Cups. I'd be quite curious to see how that works out for you, because it's kind of an exciting feeling. So I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2018 mid-month readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that little About button for more information and my contact details. You can also find that attached to all the descriptions of to the description bar of every video that I post. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. And for the simple, fast questions, you can also connect with me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That's also with my contact info. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks. And until then, Aries, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.